And we need to think contextually and do localized ministry. And when you come to a new place like you did as a church, what was your discernment process? You've mentioned a few things there. You didn't do anything right away. You didn't come filled with just your own ideas. We're going to start this, we're going to start that. You kind of paused, you listened, and then you talked about prayer and then a level of discernment. And I wonder if there's anything you would add to that. If you're thinking about what should be my posture when I show up in a new space or area, or we switch locations as a church, that kind of thing.
I would say on top of some of the things that I mentioned, I would say it's really important to be clear with your people, like why you're doing what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So for us, when we first arrived, we have this huge building. I mean, the building needed a ton of work, which was a big project for us to start with. But mm-hmm. as we were working on it and people were coming in and they were seeing all the spaces and the industrial kitchen and the multi-levels and these big rooms that we had, everybody had an idea for what we should do with it.
Right.
And the ongoing conversation with everyone was, that's a great idea, but can you just hold on to that for a while? Because we want to make sure that whatever God has placed us here for is what we do first. Mm-hmm. And we are going to need some time. And so, like, we would invite people into that as well, right? I would say to people as they gave me all their ideas, I'd be like, why don't you join us as we pray to see what God may be inviting us into, that we would be open to that. And try to remain open-handed, I think would be the other thing. Because mm-hmm. if I'm being completely honest, like, I had a game plan for Groundswell. Like, I really did. I really had a sense of where I thought God was leading us in the beginning, and mm-hmm. I was holding on tight to that. And COVID changed a lot of things, and like time changes a lot of things, and as people come and go out of your church and move to other places or move into other churches that are a better fit for them, things change and move and progress. And I think you have to be open-handed with that as well, and kind of try to let go of your immediate plan and try to just be in the space, be in the location, be with the people, and mm-hmm. then see what God starts to highlight to you. And I think for us, like, some of the people that he brought into our congregation, onto our team, like, it just started to become very obvious that, okay, there is a group of people here that has a need, and there's a group of people here with us who have a desire to serve that need. Mm-hmm. And it just became a really obvious and clear match to us. And mm-hmm. so I would say, yeah, being really open-handed with your plans, which isn't always easy.
Yeah,
it's not easy.
It seems profoundly wise to me. I think that there's a temptation as a leader to almost engage in like a top-down leadership where you're actually imposing vision on a people and a place. Get on board with my ideas, absolutely. My convictions. Whereas what I hear you saying in open-handedness is actually, no, what you're doing is putting your ear to the ground, to the rumblings of the Spirit, to what God's saying to people, mm-hmm. to what the space around you is saying, and then discerning together where to go. And I just think that's really good wisdom. So thanks for sharing that.